Hello everyone, welcome to our intermediate maths bridge course. So first of all, congratulations to all the 10th class students who have completed their 10th class. So from today onwards, your journey is starting towards intermediate, and today is the most important day of our entire course, not because of the syllabus, but change how you feel about mathematics. Okay, so let me ask you one thing. How many of you feel maths is difficult? Maths is not for me. There is no such thing like maths person. It's not a maths person. It is all lies in how you have been taught. So if you have been taught well, then you feel easy, otherwise you feel difficult. But from today onwards, the perspective towards mathematics will be changed. Okay, so before we start, let me ask you one thing. When I say x, what comes to your mind? When I say x, y, z, oh my god, it is algebra, we can't do it, it's very tough. Do you feel that? But no, I am telling you, from today onwards, that perspective will be changed, that x becomes your best friend. Let's see. Before I teach you any formula, let me show you something. Maths is already living inside your daily life. You just don't recognize it. Let me prove it. So for example, you all watch, most of you people watch IPL, right? So Virat Kohli is playing n matches this season. On an average, he is making 55 runs per match. Okay, so he is playing n matches and average runs equal to 55. So what would be the total runs? Total runs in all the matches equal to 55 multiplied by n. 55 multiplied by n. So here this 55 is fixed. So this fixed value is known as a constant. That means it will never change. This is already fixed. So this n is a variable because we don't know the total number of matches yet. So this n is changing. For one match he would be making, in the first match, if you consider n equal to 1, 55 into 1 is 55. So total runs is 55. So if the n is changing, your total runs will be changing. So n is a variable, 55 is a fixed value, that is constant. So now you understood the terms variable and constant. Okay, I'll give you another example. So this is example 1, example 2. This also you will be observing in your daily life. So we all order Swiggy, Zomato. They'll charge a delivery fee. So there will be a base fee and also per kilometer they'll charge some amount. So let the base fare be 25 rupees. Okay, and per kilometer they are charging 10 rupees. So what is the total delivery fee? Delivery fee will be equal to this 25 plus 10 into the number of kilometers they travel. So if the kilometers we consider it as x, so delivery fee will be equal to 25 plus 10x. Here this 25 and 10 are constants, but x is a variable because number of kilometers will change. Okay, I'll give you another example. So let us give an example of data. Okay, every day you will be having 1.5 GB data in your mobile. Okay, so every day you are using some x GB. Suppose today you have 1.5 GB data in your mobile, you used X GB. So what is the remaining data? So remaining data will be equal to the original 1.5 GB minus the data which we used, right? 1.5 minus X. So now we are forming an equation here. So this is known as an equation. Here X is the variable and 1.5 is the constant. Okay, so to tell you simply, what is a variable? Variable is the one which changes. Vary means changing. Okay, so they are denoted usually with X, Y, Z. And constant means fixed value. It will never change. Like for example, we have 7 days in a week. It is fixed. Number of days will change? No, right? So 7 days are fixed. So that is a constant. Pi value. What is pi? It is equal to 3.14. It is also a fixed value. It will never change. Okay, suppose these are the examples, a few examples of constants. Coming to the variable, if I ask about your age, what's your age 1 year ago? Maybe 16. Now this year your age is 17 and next year it will be 18. So every year age is changing. That means age is changing, so it is a variable. Okay. Now you understood the difference between variable and constant. So constants are the values that are fixed. 5, 3, pi, root 2, like this. Okay. So 5 is always 5. It will never change. 3 is also 3. Pi value, it is 3.14. That is also fixed. Root 2 is 1.414. That is also fixed. So all these numbers, they are constants. Next, variables. Age, temperature, price. Okay, your age, temperature, price, they all come under variables because they'll vary, they'll change. Okay, so these are the examples of constants and variables. Now you know what is a constant and what is a variable. Now we will combine this constants and variables to form terms. So one term means one single mathematical unit. Okay, so let us see the examples of terms. Okay, 5 is a term. 5 is a constant, so it is a constant term. Okay, X, it is also a term. It's a variable term. Now 5 multiplied with X, this is also a term. 5 multiplied with X. Okay, that means you have 5 x's, which is also a term. Okay, y is a term. X square is also a term. They are all single terms if you observe. Okay, this 5x, 5x, y, x square, they are all single terms. Here the term 5x. Okay, in the term 5x, so 5x means 5 times of x. Okay, so this 5 is known as the coefficient. What is it? Coefficient. So the constant which is there before the variable, that is known as the coefficient. Okay. Let us take 7y. So what is the coefficient here? 7 is the coefficient. Correct? Okay. Let us consider x. So what is the coefficient here? So we are not, you don't have any number, but that means it is single x, that is 1 into x. 1x we are writing as 1. This 1 is the coefficient here. Okay. Next, minus x. So what is the coefficient here? Minus 1 into x. So minus 1 is the coefficient. Okay. So now we have 5x and we have 5x, this is one term, and next 7y, this is another term. So if we add or subtract these two terms, we'll get an expression. Suppose I am adding these two terms. I am adding 5x and 7y. So this gives us expression. 5x plus 7y gives us expression. Also, if you subtract these two terms also, it is also known as an expression. What is an expression? If we combine multiple terms, we'll get an expression. Suppose you have 3x one term and 5y another term. If we add or subtract these two terms, it is known as an expression. Okay. Now, we'll write few examples of the expression. This is one expression, 3x plus 5y, x plus y plus z. This is another expression, x square plus 4x plus 4. This is another expression. Okay. And simply 5. This is one expression. Okay. So here we have two terms. So this is known as binomial expression. Bi means 2. Okay. So the expression which consists of two terms, the expression which consists of two terms is known as binomial expression. Here how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3. You have 3 terms, so it is known as a trinomial expression. It is known as trinomial expression. And here also you have 1, 2, 3. So this is also a trinomial expression. And whatever this is a single term, so it is monomial expression. This is a monomial expression. So if you consider this expression x square plus 4x plus 4, okay, so we'll discuss about each and every term. X square, 4x and 4. Okay. So here x square, what is the coefficient of x square? So x square coefficient here is 1. So 1 is the coefficient. What is the coefficient of x here? What is the coefficient here? 4x. 4 is the coefficient. And 4 is a constant term. 4 is a constant term. Okay. This is about expression. Another concept, like terms and unlike terms. Okay, let me ask you one thing. Okay, you have 3 mangoes in your hand and your friend has 4 mangoes. Total how many mangoes you both have together? 7 mangoes. If you add 3 plus 4, you will get 7. Okay, so together you have 7 mangoes. Okay, now I have 3 bananas in my left hand and 5 mangoes in my right hand. So can I say total I have 8 mangoes or 8 bananas? Can I say that? No, right? Because banana is a different fruit and mango is a different fruit. We cannot combine both the fruits. Okay. So like terms means the terms which are alike. Unlike terms means which are different. Okay. So we can add or subtract only like terms. Unlike terms we cannot add or we cannot subtract it. Okay. For example, 5x, 3x. if I add 5x plus 3x, what is the answer? 8x. Simple. Like just now I said we have 5 mangoes and 3 mangoes, together we have 8 mangoes. So similarly 5x plus 3x gives us 8x. Okay. Next, 7x minus 2x. Can we subtract this? You have 7 mangoes and you ate 2 mangoes. Okay. Now how many mangoes left? 5 mangoes, right? You subtracted 2 from the 7. So similarly 7x minus 2x gives us 5x. Now what about 5x plus 2y? Can I add these two terms? Can I say 7y or 7x? No. We can't add these two terms because they are unlike terms. Okay. So these are the examples of like terms. This is also like terms. And these are unlike terms. Like terms means having the same variable with the power. Okay, coefficients might be different, but the variables and the powers must be same. Suppose we have x square plus 2x square. Now see, the variable is x here and here also x, and power is 2 and it is also 2. So we can add these two. So x square means 1x square. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have total answer is 3x square. Can I add x cube plus 2x square? Can I add these two terms? No, because here the powers are different. Variable is same, but the powers are different. Here we have power 2 and here it is 3. So we cannot add these two terms. Okay. So now you understand the difference between like terms and unlike terms. Okay. I'll ask you some questions from the concepts we learned till now. Okay. So now tell me 3x plus y. So tell me what are the variables and constants here. Identify the variables. So x and y are the variables. What about 3? 3 is a constant term. Okay. Now another question. What is the coefficient in this? 4x. 4 is the coefficient here. Okay. Next one. Can I add 4x plus 2x? What is the answer? It is 6x, because the variables are same in the two terms and the power is also same. And they are the, what do we call these terms? They are the like terms. They are the like terms. Can I add 2x plus 2y? Can I add 2x and 2y? No, because here the variables are different. X and y, they are two different variables. They are the unlike terms. So we cannot add these two terms. Okay. So we learn what is a constant, variable, term, like terms, unlike terms, coefficient, and expression. So today we learned all these things: constant, variable, term, like terms, unlike terms, coefficient and expression. So what is a constant? Constant means it is fixed, permanent, it will never change. Variable means it will vary, means it will change. Okay. Term means it is a single mathematical unit. Like terms means we can add or we can subtract them, okay, having the same variable and same power. Unlike term means different variables and different powers, we cannot add or subtract them. Coefficient means the value that is multiplied before with the variable. And expression, it is a combination of the different terms, that is a, okay. Now you learnt all these things. Next, I'll give you some problems for the homework. You please do it and write your answers in the comment section. One last thing before I go, listen carefully. Maths is not a race. It's not about who scored first or who scored highest. Okay. So maths is all about understanding. It takes time. Understanding takes time. It's okay. It's perfectly all right. Whoever showed up today, who did these problems, you're doing maths right. Okay. So we'll see you in the next class. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this class. Post your answers in the comment section. Tomorrow, I'll start algebraic identities. I'll tell you how to find out the square of 103 in 3 steps, even without using a calculator. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.